Okay, video 2, leaving the familiar. So I guess whenever I attended class yesterday, at the source, we were talking about the distinctions and whatnot, and I kind of went off on a bit of a long rant about leaving the familiar and how it seemed like your conditioning that you're brought up with teaches you to be a certain way, and it seems like the people around you, your loved ones, no matter how much they love you, family, friends, teachers, society, the whole matrix, I guess you could say, the whole domestication system, what have you. There's an internal part of you that maybe wants to leave the familiar, in the sense that you want to be honest with people and express what you're really thinking and feeling. But, you know, uh, you also recognize that the truth that's coming from inside you, whether it be the capital truth or not, you know, is not what people want, or what anyone necessarily, for the most part, uh, in this matrix, this domesticated planet, the genuine, authentic expression of yourself is not what they want. What they want is for you to play your part, to stick to the script that you've been given, and basically get in line and follow the rules and be the cog in the machine that you're kind of have been trained to be, and not to think too much about, is this, well, not to think too much about anything that's like deep or spiritual or philosophical or ethical or anything like that. So, promise versus prediction. Well, I guess for myself, it's difficult to speak on leaving the familiar in some ways, because I don't have a resistance, for the most part, usually, to leaving the familiar. I actually have what you could call a wanderlust, where I want to experience different places, different people, different environments, things that will challenge those beliefs and manners and ways of thinking that I have been programmed with from the environment that I grew up in. I want to see the differences and the different ways of looking at things, and really hold them before myself, and really study and look at them and see them for what they are, not merely seeing them through the filter or the lens of the programming that I grew up with, which I think most people have a very difficult time looking at almost anything in a, you can never be totally probably objective, because we're not computers, we're humans. But I think most people have a very heavily filtered view of things, which for the most part just happens to be whatever they've been raised to believe. And I want to break that particular dam, that god dam, if you will, to be able to perceive the truth that exists within other perspectives, besides just, like the mainstream Christianity, but that I was raised with. Um, but I've gone over my time, so I will go ahead and end there. I love you. Peace be upon you.